Patting your head and rubbing your tummy and kicking your foot up and winking all at the same time.
You have to be able to watch what's going on camera. You have to be able to look at the script. You have to be able to listen to the director. You have to be able to fall into the character and then to sustain the character simultaneously.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you?
Good. It's good to see you guys. Okay. Got it.
I was just going to set you up.
Once you get in the booth, the first thing that happens is that engineer comes in and fusses around you and resets a mic, and you set your stand up, and you make sure you're on the right script.
And the engineer comes in and adjusts your mic and makes sure you're okay and gives you your headphones. That's like the first in a series of intimate experiences that you'll have in the studio because they're very close, and they basically put the microphone so close to your mouth it feels like a dental x-ray.
And they adjust it to your height, and they give you a music stand with headsets and your script.
We go in a lot of times, depending on where you're working. It's really quick.
You walk in, you pick up the script, and you go.
You show up not knowing what you're going to do.
What's my character?
Or where the story is going to take you, what your character involvement is, how many characters you might play.
And can somebody tell me something about what's going on?
What? You say something?
The good directors understand that actors don't usually know what's going on in the story. Don't know what happened last time necessarily.
We're going to start with 2:45 though.
So you're familiar with the script through the director. The director is your key to understanding the story that you're about to tell.
So this is actually in a therapy session afterwards because Brenda has refused to talk to you.
If I'm confused about a character and I don't know what's going on, what that character is supposed to be expressing, the director will guide me through that, and I rely on the directors a lot. A good director is priceless to me. A good writer is priceless also, especially in anime, because if you don't have the right amount of flaps to get it out properly, you got to make something up.
Most important thing in production, for me, for this kind of, it's your script. If you're making a house, that's your foundation. Everything goes up on top of that. And if your script is a mess, if it's not real tight, like as far as with the lip flaps and all that, you are so screwed. When you get into this studio and then you got to sit there and change lines on the fly, and there's an actor standing there in the booth, and the clock is ticking, and everybody's getting upset.
This is the first time we've been, you know, like, introducing stuff.
There's a time code on the screen.
And the time code goes really fast, and you know, eventually you're able to like see how it is because it's all seconds and frames and things. But when you're first introduced to it, time code just looks like a million numbers that are just zipping by, you know.
The hour, the minute, actually the real number, so it might be 01, the minute, the second, and then the frame. And in the United States, there's 30 frames. It differs in Europe and Asia, but we have 30 frames. And what the engineer will do is he'll program to that exact frame. That's the frame where the mouth first opens.
Most of the time, a director will show you the line that you're about ready to record.
And I always love to hear the preview because you can get out of that so much. You can get emotion, tone of voice, anything that's going to reveal itself about that character. You know, you can pick up in the Japanese, even though you can't understand it. All right, here we go.
Then it's your turn to try.
All right, ready to go.
So now all the original Japanese is taken out, and in some cases you still have the music and effects fed into your headphones, and you're going to get a 3-beep cue that brings you in.
You hear beep, beep, beep.
And then you start on the 4th beep.
And that should put you at exactly the spot where that mouth starts to open.
I'm sorry, but I'm not authorized to say anything right now.
And then, you know what? You go for it. You say the line and you hope it comes out right.
Wow, you're confident, aren't you? All right. Now that I think about it, you guys don't have any girls in your club.
Oh, maybe I should pick up just that last line.
You don't get any rehearsal. You don't get to plan it out. You got to be there with it. You got to bring it right now.
You've got to be able to be handed a piece of copy, whether it's animation or commercial, and get it. You have to be well-read, well-spoken. Your diction must be excellent. Then you can slop it up.
Then let's smile. Ooh, I gotta stretch that out a little. Did I come in early? Okay.
You look at the line, and maybe it's just, I have to go to the store now, you know, and you want to say, oh, I have to go to the store now, you know, and you see the picture, and it's going, you know, and so suddenly you have to go, whoa, I gotta say, I have to go to the store now.
I didn't even get that out clearly. That would have been a second take. Let me try a second take on that. I have to go to the store now. See, that was better. I didn't open my lips, teeth, and tongue properly when I said it the first time. And that's something else you learn, especially if you have to say dialogue very quickly. You absolutely need to articulate.
I started to realize that what I needed to do, if it was possible, was to look at the line, see if I could memorize the line, and then look up and keep my eyes on the screen.
I memorize the line before I start recording it because I am big on watching the screen as I'm recording. So as much as I can, I'll memorize the line as quickly as possible and glance up and down, up and down, up and down. And half the time I have no idea how I got it, and still knew what the line was.
Cooking is a stairway straight to heaven. Today's menu is this.
Something that's really easy not to remember is distance with who you're talking to. It's easy to remember when it's somebody's really far away, or if it's someone's really close that you're whispering. But the difference between 3 feet versus someone standing 3.5 feet, or that kind of distance, or what atmosphere, putting myself in the actual setting versus putting myself just in that TV screen.
Wow, it's really pouring.
If you're going to be playing a huge dynamic within a couple of lines and they're going to record them all at once, you've got to know how to work the mic, because the engineer, if he's good, smart, will be able to anticipate, when you're getting louder and everything, and ride the phase as you're doing it, but sometimes they won't.
Because those microphones in the sessions are super sensitive. They can hear your food digest.
They can hear everything. So any sniffle, any nose blowing, any chomping with your lips, stuff like that.
A big no-no, when you're on a mic is having those nasty spitty sounds coming out of your mouth, which a lot of people aren't aware of. But it's really bad if there's a lot of smackies, it completely ruins a take.
Green apples supposedly will get rid of the clicky noise, which is like that kind of stuff that you hear.
The mics are so sensitive that they pick up every mouth noise, and it's embarrassing. It's
it's sort of like getting experience in an actual setting.
It's great to be in the studio and get hands-on experience doing it. When you come in, you kind of have this image of what it's like, and it's completely different. When you're in the studio, you see what it's really like, and it's amazing. I was really able to go perform outside of myself, which is something that I thought I could do, and then, you get those nerves, and then you come here, and it's like, oh, wow, so that's what it feels like.
We got enough one-on-one time, which is really cool. We definitely learned what we need to make a believable and sustain a good character, as well as some etiquette and some technique.
Everything is fast-paced, but at a pace that you understand. Everything's given to you, so they can get you into the booth as soon as you can.
And if you're serious about it, and you really want to get into this, then it's going to let you know whether you have what it takes or what you need to work on. So it's definitely worth it.